Alright, what's going on everyone, and welcome to what's going to be the second update, or the update video, I guess, of the Ikaris event that is live now, now that the store reset has gone through, and I want to allay people's fears. Ikaris shards are available in the event store, so I'm glad, I was cautiously optimistic that this was going to be the case. I said so in my video this morning, and it turned out to be that I was right. That there was this mistake, I guess, in the blog post that there is shards available in the energy spending milestone, but that's not the only way that you're going to get it. You will be getting it in the store for converting the Eternal Spirit currency into Ikaris shards flat out. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the milestones. The two of them, we're going to talk about it. Then we're going to look at the store, the Eternal Spirit store, take a look at what's inside there. Then we're going to do some math, or I did some math already. I have a little mini spreadsheet. And we're going to take a look at how many shards are available for Ikaris free to play, and what can you kind of expect to get by the end of this event. So without further ado, let's get this show started. Alright, so first off, what you'll find when you go to the event milestones page is you'll see the Gift of the Celestials milestone and the Endless Power milestone. So the first thing I want to talk about is the Gift of the Celestials milestone. So hopefully you guys checked out my video this morning, and then that will have given you all of the information that you need for the Gift of the Celestials. A lot of this has to do with Blitz, but this is how you're going to obtain the currency that you need for this. And I do want to say, just right off the bat, for those who did actually watch that video, the milestone caps at 3,500. Interestingly, this is the exact same number as the Lady Deathstrike milestone. I hypothesized 4,500 points, so it's good to see that actually the amount of points required for this event is actually lower than even I anticipated. So that's actually good. That's good for everyone. But this is where you're going to get a lot of the Eternal Spirit currency, which refreshes every 2 days, and you're going to use this to buy Ikaris shards from the store. Please, please, please do not buy yellow flash bits. That's what you are going to... That's the Hawkeye costume. Nobody cares about that. Please just go all in for the Ikaris shards. I'm going to say that twice now, because I said that in the first video. So, some of the rewards that you're going to get, I tally this all up. We'll just see this at the end when I have my spreadsheet. I believe it's around 7,250 Eternal Spirit if you max out the milestone. I have that in my spreadsheet though. And you get a bunch of yellow flash bits towards the Hawkeye costume. Otherwise, you get some ABCs, you get some SBCs, and you get some augmented, whatever you want to call it, augmented ABCs, teal ABCs, about 21 of them, which is actually pretty good value because they're worth about 45k gold in the supply store. I don't recommend you buying them with gold because they are farmable now in Do More Chapter 4, but that's still saving you a lot of gold. 21 times 45k gold, just off the top of my head, is almost 1 million gold every 2 days. Over 7 days, that's like 7 million gold, roughly, worth of teal ABCs. Now, I don't know what this is. I'm not sure. You can't click on this orb thing at the bottom at 3,500. Let me know in the comments down below if you've already somehow maxed this. I'm not sure what this is, so that is a big question mark for me. Have no idea, but the scoring is still the same as it was that I mentioned in the video this morning, so this is going to repeat every 2 days. Now, the Endless Power milestone, this is for just spending campaign energy, and it's very free-to-play friendly. So I was wondering, what's the maximum? Because you have 7 days to do this. It repeats twice for 14 days, so 2 of these milestones. How much energy do you need to spend to max it? It's only 3,000. 3,000 is actually very low. I'm pretty sure that if you spend, because you need 600 cores, sorry, 600 energy a day in order to give the Alliance raid keys that you need to do that. So even 600 times 5 is 5 days for 3,000. So this is very easy to clear. There's about 25 shards of Ikaris in just the milestones alone. Now the rankings, a lot of people thought that this is where it's going to get a bit whaley, because how much, what rankings you get is going to depend on how much energy you spend. And there's a lot. 35,000 Eternal Spirit up for grabs. This is a lot if you score in the top 10%. Now, how much energy do you need to spend to become the top 10% in the world that spent energy on this event? I don't know. And this is where the total amount of Ikaris shards available up for grabs is going to be a bit tricky. So what I'm going to do is when we get to the spreadsheet portion, I'm only going to use the bare minimum amount of Ikaris shards, and that's what you're going to get through the milestones and what you're going to get through the total amount of Eternal Spirit currency from the Gift of the Celestials milestone. So it's not going to include the rankings because I can't predict, you know, who's going to score where. So 66 to 100%. Now this is presuming that you just rank. I don't know how, does it say how much you need to get ranked? I don't know, but that gives you about 8750. Now this is going to get you roughly about 15 Ikaris shards, so 30 Ikaris shards if you did it twice, which would give you about 80 with just this milestone. That being said, you're getting all of that currency from the Gift of the Celestials on top. So maybe I'll include just this bare minimum ranking because this is what you'll get as long as you participate in the event. So I'll add that 30 shards onto what you should possibly be able to get free to play. Anything beyond this, beyond the 8750, the 12.2k, and all this other stuff, I'm not going to be able to account for right away, but that is additional Ikaris shards that you might be able to get. So, you know, I'll put in the bare minimum and I'll put in the maximum just to see, out of sheer curiosity in the spreadsheet, you know, can you get a 5-star? Can we get a 5-star? And we'll find out about that. So the third thing to talk about here is the event store, which is the Eternal Spirit store. So, like I said, fret not, my friends, you know, Ikaris shards are there. 5 for 2,500. This is the exact same setup as the Lady Deathstrike store. Now, they should have been a bit more clear about this because they didn't say that, and a lot of people were afraid, and I guess rightly so, that Ikaris shards were not going to be available in the store. But they're here. 5 for 2,500, exactly the same. 2,000 flash bits for the Hawkeye costume. Please, 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 don't buy this. Just buy the Ikaris shards. Ikaris is so powerful that you want to get as close to 5-star or 4 or 5-star as you can. Now, other things that are in here, which is kind of interesting, they are the SBCs. I would not buy these. I don't think it's very good value. However, there is augmented gear. It's 10 for 3,000, so that's roughly 300 a piece, and they do come in different number variants. I haven't seen any augmented uniques, the, you know, kind of like the superior uniques for teal. I haven't seen that. There is origin pieces here, so 10 for 1,500, which is actually a little bit better value, possibly, because that's 1 for 15, or sorry, 1 for 150. But still, I would probably go as high as you can with Ikaris shards. Ikaris is so powerful, I think you should go all in for that. Now, again, if you're super desperate, though, there is 5 G13 superior uniques for 2,250. How much is that? I don't know, 450 a piece, something like that. Anyways, I'm not sure if this is really. I think it's 450. I don't think this is really worth it too, unless you're super desperate and you need just a little bit more to upgrade someone. That's the only case I would do it. I wouldn't buy anything else in here. No purples. Not the best value. Ikaris shards all the way. And since we're here, I do want to take a quick look at the Hawkeye. Okay, so it's 50,000 flash bits. We're going to see in the spreadsheet how many you get actually from the Gift of the Celestials milestone. I don't think it's enough to get the Hawkeye costume, which means that you're going to need to go into the event store to buy the flash bits. But like I said, I told you, don't do that. So we're going to jump on over to the spreadsheet that I have, and then we're going to take a look at, you know, how high can you get Ikaris, hypothetically. Alright, so this is like what I'm going to call my mini spreadsheet math that I did for the Ikaris shards and the Eternal Spirit store, now that we've taken a look at both of those. So the total Ikaris shards that are available from the Endless Power milestone, we know that because we went over it, is 25 times 2 milestones. That's 50 over both of them. Now, the total Eternal Spirit that is available from the milestones from the Gift of the Celestials is 7,250, but there's 7 of them that's going to be available, so that's going to be 50,750 over the 14 days. Now, we know that there's going to be additional Eternal Spirit currency from the Endless Power ranking, so we're going to take a look at that later down. Total bits from the Gift of the Celestials milestone for that Hawkeye costume is actually 25,200. It's a bit of a weird number, unless I screwed up my math. Either way, that means you need an additional 25,000, meaning that you're going to need to spend 25,000 of this currency if you want to get that Hawkeye costume. Now, in terms of shards for Ikaris, that equates to 50 shards for Ikaris. Now, is Hawkeye's costume worth 50 shards for Ikaris? Probably not, and I really hope nobody's doing that. So we know that Ikaris shards are 5 for 2,500 spirit. Now let's talk about that ranking. So the minimum of the endless power milestone rankings, it's 8750. So if you do that, that's the bare minimum. If you get that twice, you're going to get an additional 17,500 currency. Now that equates to 35 additional shards for Ikaris once we go down further. Let's scroll down a bit here. But the maximum that you get, now this is quite whopping. This is upwards to top 10% and higher. I don't know how much energy you're going to need to spend to get this. So I can't exactly tell you, how you're going to get that. But if you really, really want to spend more cores, try and squeeze more of this currency out, which I might try to do as well, you're going to get an extra possibly up to maximum 35,000 or 70,000 over both of the milestones. Now, that equates to a lot of additional shards. So we're going to get to that. So what is the bare minimum Ikaris shards available? It's 185. Now that's just over 4 stars. So how I got there was all of this currency, the total Eternal Spirit from the milestone, the 50,750. I added in the 17,500. That's the bare minimum. I divided that by 2,500 because that's per 5 shards. Multiplied that by 5, and you get 185 shards. So that's pretty good. That means you get that's the 150. Actually, if you don't even count the ranking milestone, you get 150 shards. So I added 150 shards on top of 35, which is from the ranking. That gets you 185. Now the maximum additional shards, so that's 70,000 here, is equivalent to 140 additional shards, which is a lot if you can somehow squeeze out the energy to score for that top 10%. If you add that 140 on top of the 150, actually I got this wrong, sorry, my bad. It's not 325. It's actually a total of, you don't add it with the one, so I screwed up there, my bad. It's going to be 150 plus the 140, so it's actually 290 shards. Sorry, my mistake. So it's just shy of 5 star, which is pretty good. Just shy of 5 star. So what that means is, I don't know, is the orb still available actually for Ikaris? So if it is, I forget because I didn't look before this. If you could somehow squeeze an additional 20 shards out and you get the 10% ranking rewards, you could get a free-to-play 5-star Ikaris. So that would involve you having to spend about 2,000 cores or something to buy 3 of those 675 orbs if they're still available to you. If not, you're quite comfortably getting a 4-star and you're very close to a 5-star. So it really depends on the rankings for that. In terms of other store purchases, again, the yellow bits are here for 2,000 for 2,000. 2,000 bits for 2,000 spirit. The 10 times augmented origin gear pieces is 1,500 spirit. The 10 times augmented catalyst pieces is for 3,000 and 5 superior G13 uniques if you so wish. 2,250 spirit. All in all, a very, very, very nice event. I said this about Lady Deathstrike. I think it was very good for us. It gave us that flexibility. I went for a 4-star Lady Deathstrike at the time, and I did buy that Venom costume. But I am in no way going for any Hawkeye costume. That's just not happening. So I will be getting as many shards for Ikaris as I possibly can to try and get myself as close as I can to that 5-star. So I wish everyone the best of luck on this event. I hope this helped. I hope this kind of gives you an idea of what you can get in this event. Very likely, everyone should be able to walk away with a 4-star Ikaris as long as you do everything for the event and you clear the milestones. So it's very friendly. I would say it's very friendly. It's a very friendly event, and I'm really happy. So let me know in the comments down below what you think about this event, what your plans are with your currency, and if you're going to try and push for that energy on the ranking milestones to get more currency. I'd be interested to know, hit me up on Discord if, after the 7 days, what you ended up getting, how many energy you spent, and what your rank rewards are. I'm just kind of curious, like how much energy people are going to need to spend additionally on cores or what have you in the 100 core brackets, I guess, to get to that top 10%. So that's the end of the video all, and I hope you enjoy your Thanksgiving, your Thanos-giving blitz, your Ikaris blitzing, and everything else that's going on right now. I'm exhausted, but we're gonna hopefully get through this together and collect a lot of stuff. So until next time, stay safe and healthy, and I will see you all later. Boilon signing out.